This video is sponsored by sneakerimpact.com. Take a second, look in your closet, see how many shoes you got. If you don't feel like trying to list those shoes and resell those shoes and you simply want to get them out of your closet, visit sneakerimpact.com, hit the contact button or the recycle button, and you can begin your recycling journey. They will send you a free packing slip, and all you have to do, fill the bag, drop it off, and that's it. Sneakerimpact.com. Check them out. Hey, what's up, y'all? Back with more videos and diving into what I kind of call Nike's ACG without the ACG play, and that is the I Love Trail sneakers from Nike. They are really interesting looking shoes. They come with that sticker that I just showed you, but I did an all black version of these where I talked about it and showed you a lot of the small details up close. In this model, you'll be able to see the details clearly because there's more color. But the shoe features Gore-Tex. It is the Nike Pegasus Trail 3 GTX. The GTX is for the Gore-Tex that's on the shoe. And when I get to the close-up, you'll be able to see the textures. You'll be able to see that sticky rubber underneath. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I really did a deeper kind of look at the shoe on a previous video. I just realized that this sock fit here, the tongue is, yeah, it is, it's attached. So the tongue is attached, but it's got like a little bit of a separation. I'll show that in the close-up. And then it has trail on the inside of the shoe. That's the color here is black bright crimson. The style code is DC8793-002. And let's jump into our points to check if you're getting something fake. And this is one thing that's funny about shoes like this is you think that no one's bootlegging these. The reality is they are. So that's why I check all of these different things so you guys can check yours and make sure everything's on point. I always like to talk about this shoe in particular because it shows that Nike is paying attention to people who actually run trail or do a lot of workouts outside versus their traditional kind of toe boxes, which tend to be very narrow. But you can see this flat across the top where it flattens out and then it's wider. It's not asymmetrical necessarily as far as the lacing system, but at the toe box it is a much wider fit, so you probably have some comfort. Now when you come down to the slant of the toe here from the vamp, maybe it's traditional Nike and it's narrow, but it does look a lot wider than usual. So back to those details that are on the back of the tongue, and that is small code XE, which is made in China. Dates of production 06/15/21 to 07/12/21. Open this up because I know it's going to be a stamp in here, and I'm shocked there is not a stamp on the inside of this box. There was a stamp on the previous version that I just did. So we're going to jump directly into the close-up so you can see all of the details that I talked about on the all black model, where you will get a chance to see all of those small details on this shoe, which are really cool details, including the hyperfused toe box and these different hyperfused overlays and the Gore-Tex symbol, and then you have the Trail logo over here on the side and the top of the tongue. So let's get to that close-up. All right, so all of the details on the Pegasus Trail 3 GTX 3 Gore-Tex, turn it around here so you can see that Gore-Tex tag. On the black version of the shoe that I did the video on, you couldn't see these small details or what the swoosh looked like even. But now that you can take a look, you'll see that it says Nike Pegasus Trail Gore-Tex on the tongue. You have that Gore-Tex printed on the upper. Now, in the other one, I didn't look to see where the overlay of Gore-Tex was, but you can see on the inside the material, it's a very thin layer. It looks like it's 3M almost that's underneath. And that's what is supposed to prevent the water from getting into the shoe. But as you know, if you're running and you're barefoot and that water just jumps down in here, it's going to get in the shoe. But I wanted you guys to look at this hyperfused toe. It's just a little bit rugged. So if you hit something, it's not going to rip apart on you. Same thing on the side. Should be, this is ripstop. All right, I'm like, some part of this shoe should be ripstop, and it is ripstop here at the heel. I can't see if there are any reflective hits But I wanted to make sure you got to look at this shoe because, and then that interior where you see trail with the maps, and there's the swoosh on the right shoe, on the insole. But I wanted you to get a look at this shoe because, oh, and this gives us a chance to see that sticky rubber component where you can see the type, right? 001, I'm pretty sure. Yep, same on both shoes. So you know that you have a stickier rubber on this shoe to help you when you're on the trail in wet conditions. It's not an ACG, but boom, you really get the ACG feel out of it, don't you? You do. Real quick, tag, you see the box? You can no longer sit down and look at these type of boxes and say, oh man, that shoe is fake. The SRP isn't on a lot of these shoes anymore. You know, so there's a lot of things that we're going to have to adjust when we look at shoes and we try and consider if they're fake or not. But that's it on the Pegasus Trail. Let's wrap it up. See you guys on the next one. Peace.